In this video, I'll be showing you how to use and edit our pre-done meal planning templates with your clients. So if you go to this left-hand panel here and go to the meal planning section, you can then go to the Explore section sub-tab. Within here, you will see all of the different templates that we have created for our meal plans. Some of them are based on different dietary restrictions, such as the GAPS diet, and others are based on themes such as no cook or make ahead or family-friendly meals. So if you take a scroll through here and figure out what's going to work with you. Let's say, as an example, we go to this no processed foods challenge. Maybe we want to run a challenge with our clients that involves no processed foods. So if we go into this no processed foods challenge and we take a look at it and we say, okay, I really like everything in here except for one or two things. Maybe you don't allow your clients to have soy and this has edamame, right? And so in that case, you're going to want to go over to this copy button here. So if you go to copy the meal plan, you can make any adjustments to the meal plan from this section here. You can add any notes, perhaps medical disclaimers or any contact information for you. You can add in this notes section. Maybe you want to toggle off the nutrition data. If you don't want your clients paying attention to the calories and that type of thing, you can go ahead and toggle that off if you wish, or you can leave that on. And then let's say again, you wanted to remove this edamame for a snack. You would go to these three dots here and hit remove from plan, or you can view and edit the recipe in these sections too. So in this case, let's go ahead and remove this from the plan, and we're going to select something different for our snacks. So if I go to this filter button, and again, I got there by clicking on this filter button here near the recipe section, and I'm going to go ahead and search for snacks. So I'm going to add the snack tab. And in this, I'm going to also put in the paleo or maybe the Whole30 tags, since this is a no processed foods diet. That will help me narrow down on some of the snacks. So if I hit save here, I will get all these different snacks that I could perhaps include. So let's say we want to move over this hard-boiled eggs with apple. We're going to just drag and drop that meal here. If you want leftovers, you could toggle on the leftovers or not. In this case, since it's a snack, we're going to just go ahead and leave that there. I'm also going to take away the edamame from Friday as well and go ahead and move this here as well. So now we have replaced that particular meal or snack in this case with something different that fits with our expectations or our clients' desires. You can also make edits to the recipe. So if I click on this here, I can do edit recipe serving. So let's say maybe you wanted to change the recipe serving to 2. Maybe your client needs a little bit more calories, so you want to bump up those calories. You can change the serving size there as well. And then from here, you can also view the recipe details. If this is not a recipe that you or you wanted to make some changes to this recipe, once you see the recipe details, you could copy over this recipe, make any changes you wish. Let's say you needed your client to have more protein. So because this is 2 servings and maybe you want to do, 20 ounces of ground turkey, that might be a lot, but there we go. If that's what we wanted, we would hit 20 ounces and then hit save. Now I'm going to want to change the title on this recipe. So I'm going to just put edited here, just so I know that this is my edited version. You can of course put whatever title you want and then hit save. And now if we go back to the recipe the meal plan that we had here, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to remove it from here and I'm going to find my edited. I'm going to take this snack out, take the tags out. I'm going to just completely reset that. And I'm going to find that here's the meal plan that I edited, right? Here's the recipe, that I edited. So now I'm going to drag and drop over that new recipe. Hit 1, I want leftovers the following day, and hit save. So now I have that edited recipe right here inside of that meal plan. Now you can see the nutrition data if you toggle on here. So if you wanted to make any changes based on the nutrition data, this is how you see that here so that you know which days you might need more or less calories or perhaps more protein. That's how you find that there. Now, once I hit save, this has now saved as a new meal plan. So you're going to find that under the My Meal Plan section rather than the Explore section. So if I now go to My Meal Plan section, you can see the No Processed Foods Challenge here and see that this, if I toggle this on, the 20 ounces of ground turkey, yes, in fact, this is my new meal plan. You may want to rename it so that you don't have multiple meal plans with the same name and you know exactly which one this is. Now, if I was going to share this, I can go to the share button here and click share via a link. I can toggle this on, take the link from here. If I want my client to be able to download, I make sure that I allow exports. And then when you share the link, this is how it would look for your client. If you allow them to see the nutrition data, they'll be able to toggle this down and see the nutrition data. They'll be able to click on any of the recipes and see exactly how to make and what to make. For example, this shows that this is a leftover here, so they're not going to be making any servings. But if I go to the original on Sunday, it'll say 1 serving per meal per person because it has leftovers. So it set the serving size to 2 because there's leftovers the following day. So it's telling this person, go ahead and make 2 servings, and you're having 1 serving per meal. And then also it has the preparation notes. So if you do make any changes to the template and the template had any preparation notes inside of it, just make sure to adjust those as well. So going back here, if you were copying it again, the preparation notes are right here on top of the plan. So you would just have to make any changes to this. If you, let's say, removed an entire meal and added a new meal, you might need to change some details in there. But sometimes you won't have to change anything in there at all. So that is how you take a template. You can also export the template, or if you just kept it exactly the same way. So let's go back to the Explore section and say that you just use this template directly. You can go ahead and export it and download it as a PDF or share it directly. No need to make any changes if you don't want to. But if you do want to make changes, that is how you would make them. If you are sharing the PDF with a client, this is how the PDF would look. It has the shopping list and it has all of the preparation notes. And then again, the week's details here. So you can see these are all the week's details of what they're going to eat. Make sure that you also share the recipe bundle with them. So if you head back, you're going to go to create the recipe bundle. This will create the recipe pack for them, and you want to export that as well and share that PDF with them as well. If you're sharing as a link, they'll already be able to click directly on those meals and see the recipe, so no need to share the recipe bundle as a link as well. But if you're sharing as an export, make sure to share both the recipe bundle and the meal plan.